Righto, we're getting out of the shed for the weekend. We're off to Farquhar, down near Manning Point. So as you're heading to Old Bar, you turn off to Manning Point, get down on the beach, run down the beach, and it's a cracking little free camp. Well, it is a paid camp, but it's free camping, if you know what I mean. Been shut for a few years, been really wanting to get back there. We camped there many years ago out of boats, but you can drive down the beach and there's about 25 camp spots there, toilets, and it is close enough to the beach that I won't even have to take a trailer. For our new toy, we have a rooftop tinny. It was a bargain and it's a great little setup, and there'll be a full video I'm going to do on, you know, the ins and outs of getting a rooftop tinny on a budget, staying in well within your weights and being able to put 4 people in it, and that is a trick. So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to load up this afternoon and head off early in the morning. It is a first in, first served sort of campground, so hopefully we can get a spot. It is probably one of the better spots to camp on the water. I can't think of anything quite like it on the East Coast. There would be some. I haven't been to every spot, obviously, but for me, it's pretty unique. And I'm really looking forward to using the little tinny, using the roof loader. And yeah, really excited to get into this one. So we'll get packing, run through a few things packing, because we do have 2 kids a boat, all the safety gear, all to fit in the Land Cruiser. It's going to take a bit of Tetrising, so I reckon I'm curious to see how I fit it, so maybe you guys are too. Let's get into it. Oh, you will notice that the boat doesn't have any rego numbers on it, so in true my fashion, we are running everything down to the wire. We stripped it all back and cleaned it up. We do have someone coming around this afternoon to, you know, put a few stickers upside, make it look a bit nicer, and obviously the rego label as well. If that falls through, there will be a rego label with black electrical tape, which makes it legal, just won't be pretty. Anyway, we'll get into packing and see if it's all going to fit. So first thing is, we're going to reorganise the fridges. My Engel 40 litre is the dual zone, and it's bloody handy having where you can split the freezer however you want. You can have the bigger side over there or the little side over there, vice versa. Obviously we're going fishing, so we're going to take a bit of bait. We're going to have to, you know, freeze some meat because we're doing 2 to 3 nights. So it is handy having that little bit of freezer and not having to have the whole thing as a freezer. So we'll use this side for food, and you got this little divider in there. Bloody handy setup. So that's how that fridge is going to work. And then of course, we can't leave home without the old tip angle. So she's been running really well, and this is now the 2nd video or 3rd video I've mentioned how much I love a good bargain at the tip and how well the old angle works. So hopefully it's not the weekend where it lets me down, because you guys will keep me accountable. Oop, look at that, see, it just clicked in. Okay, the plan is to put the motor in here. I don't know if it's going to fit. And I could do it with a bit of science and get a tape measure, but we'll just give it a go. Righto, she fits in. Boat is finally on the roof. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock. Thanks Anthony, you did a good job signing right, mate. And then the afternoon got a bit hectic, as it does for most people. That's just life. So we've finally got her on the roof and we're off in the morning. We're nearly finished packing.
Righto, so we're packed, fully loaded, ready to go. Oh, I can't speak, eh? Hang on, here we go, this is it. Righto, so we're packed, ready to go. Let's hit the road. Oh, Jesus.
Get in the car, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Excited about going in the swag?
No.
They've had it too good for too long. It's time to get back to basics, eh? Hey, Wills.
Swag camping's awesome! Yay!
Ah, you sooks.
Oh, princesses. Oh my god.
I hate that sound.
Did that just fall off?
Yeah, I know what happened.
What?
Righto, full disclosure, we just lost the awning off the side of the down the highway. So we're using our quick fit brackets, and I've fitted them to the end of the boat loader. The problem being is these racks are moving independently, and I only had the one locking pin in. So it is my fault. I did think at the time when I put it on I should probably put the 2 locking pins in, and I sort of overlooked it. So I'm going to tell you guys this because it is something to watch out for. Most people do not use our quick fit brackets on ladder racks like this. We have ladder rack brackets that attach to the pins. This was a bit of a trial and error thing, and there's been some error. If these 2 racks couldn't move independently of each other, there would never be a problem. We've travelled pretty well most of the way around Australia on some of the worst dirt roads with our quick fit brackets attached to a roof rack where the brackets cannot move independently, and we've never had an issue. We've never had an issue of anything like this. But I'm going to tell you guys because I don't want you guys to do it. We're really proud of our products and we want them to be used properly, and I didn't use them properly. So they cannot be attached to ladder racks that move independently, or at least not unless you have the 2 locking pins, not just the one that we sell with the kits. So keep that in mind. 9 times out of 10, there's no way you could use them in this scenario anyway. They're not designed to fit to ladder racks. It's only because I've got the boat loader on there that I put them on. Yeah, it's a bit risky telling this story, but I think I need to. And this is the kind of shit that happens when you're trying to develop products. And it's the kind of shit that happens just in general when you go away camping on adventures. So just a hot tip for anyone, quick fit brackets, make sure you use 2 locking pins on ladder racks or anything that can move individually of each other. On a full flat rack where it's bolted basically to the same thing, there's no chance of it ever happening because these have actually moved. And Triple M trays, they do move a little bit. I was going to put a brace in the front headboard. I have had that sort of weight on them before, been in my previous life, or I still do it. Putting 4 aluminium planks up there will be the same weight as that boat. So I don't think anything is drastically going to happen as far as that tray moving around a bit, or the ladder racks that is, but it definitely it can't work with my quick fit brackets. So anyway, we'll get this awning back on. On a side note, the Darchi awning still looks like it's fully functioning. So there you go. Never a dull moment. As usual, we let the tyres down on the beach. I'm not bogged though.
Not off the beach. We put them on when they're not off the beach. So we put it on when we're off the beach, but when we're on the beach we need to put them off because we always get bogged.
Rant time, it's been a while. So to come down here I had to go and get a beach permit. It's $60 for 1 month or $100 for 12 months. So I got the $100 one. Like, if I use it once more, it's cheaper. But why can't New South Wales have a statewide scheme where you buy a beach permit for the whole of New South Wales? Where we live, it changes from beach to beach. So if we want to go on the beach anywhere up and down the coast where we are, you really need 2 beach permits. And I think it's just a money grab. It's outrageous. So they really should have a New South Wales wide beach permit system. Just ridiculous. So we turned up, there was a sign that said that this campground was still closed to vehicles. We did ring through the week and they did say it was open, but if that sign really meant that it was closed, we've just spent $100 to go down the beach and not being able to even stay there. And we still could get down the beach and it'll be too busy because you can't book this place. So just that $100 could be absolutely just gone for no reason. And it just shouldn't be like that. We all pay taxes. We don't need beach permits for 100 metres of beach. It's ridiculous. Rant over. It's been a while. sound really lame, but I'm really actually excited about camping here. It'll be beautiful. Yes.
Well, we are set up here at Farquhar Park and we have our own little private beach here. Look at that. So nice. This is just magic and I can sense that the weekend's going to be awesome. Weather's mint, beers are cold, get into them later, not just yet. Time for some lunch and then we're going to go out on the boat.
How about now?
Okay. You go, Wheelsy. What are they?
Prawns. They're so gross.
Who hates prawns?
These are supposed to be really nice. You know these were swimming in the ocean yesterday apparently, so they should be fresh.
There you go. Look at that. Ew. Anyone else hate prawns?
Okay, ready Willow? You got to be honest. Like if they taste any good.
Okay.
Do you want to try one, Harpy?
No, I hate them.
Yeah, but what if you like them now?
Don't.
How are they?
Oh my god, they're so good.
Are they? They're having a bit of fun out there.
Bloody jet skiers. Yeah, everyone said we struggle to get a spot. You could travel a long way to find something this good right next to the water. We're just pumped we've got a boat now, we can actually use the water as well. Is this the riskiest one of all, Harps?
No. Yes.
Yeah?
Alright, everyone hold on. How was it, Wills?
So fun.
Yeah? Your turn, Harpy.
That's alright. I'm doing it again, okay?
Righto.
That was so much fun. You need to do this.
of?
Chicken.
Yeah, but it's what you're doing with it. What are you doing with it?
Not much really. I just literally cut it up and chucked it in and put some spice on it, and we're going to have it in wraps because
Yes. Everything we eat will be in wraps this weekend.
we're eating very simply this weekend. We do not have enough fridge space and it's doing my head in. But anyway, we're eating very simply this weekend.
One's half a freezer, one come from the tip. But it's still going and it's going well. So what are we cooking it in? I reckon this is one of our most favourite things.
Yes, we have used this a lot on our travels, and we have actually cooked a potato bake in this thing, so
They're bloody good.
pretty good.
Mm.
Like,
I think they're called a bank
dinner in it.
I think they're called
a roast. We put a chook in that with veggies and everything in there.
Yes, we
potato.
have.
Everything. Get all the way in there. You do have to turn it because it does burn on the bottom, but
Getting out of the turkey. Ooh, the sun's coming out.
the sun goes down in the distance.
Righto, boat adventure today. We're going to attempt to do about 28 Ks, basically in search of lunch. It's about 14 Ks back into Harrington or Harrigan's or Manning Point. They're sort of across the river from each other. So we'll see how far the little tinny can take us with 4 people in it. The only scary part is if the wind gets up, it'll be a very slow, wet ride home. That, and I haven't owned it that long, so although it seems quite reliable, everything's a risk. We do have paddles. There is a lot of people on the water, so if anything really badly does happen, it's only going to be bad inconvenience. It's not going to be dangerous. Anyway, it'll be an adventure. He's ready? Well, we're pretty well back at camp. Little boat made it. I reckon we would have done nearly 28 Ks. And we seem to have plenty of fuel actually. It uses bugger all fuel. So like I said, we're going to do a full rundown on the tinny, the loader, the motor, how much it costs us and everything. And I feel like we can really comment as to whether it's a good boat for 4 people now. A little hint, yeah, well, it's bloody awesome. But watch that video, we'll go through everything, top speed. It is a thing, like you don't want a boat with 4 people in it that barely moves, so it's not all about speed, but it needs to be something reasonable. And I can say, yeah, it's bloody good. And good fish and chips. Got a couple more supplies. There's a bottle over there, so that's always handy. Hey, Mum.
Yep, definitely.
So we've got some friends coming down to say hello to us now. So back to camp, and that's it for the cameras for the afternoon. See you guys. What a bloody good day. I thought I'd just take you on a bit of a tour of the campground. It is such a unique thing to find on the East Coast, somewhere where you can basically camp on the water. It's $25 a night. It is collected by the ranger. To be honest, we haven't seen the ranger yet. You can pay online. There's toilets, they're clean, they didn't smell, and it does say that there's 25 sites here. However, they're not really defined, so it's a choose your own adventure kind of affair. As you can see behind me, it is quite a natural bush setting. It is quite a primitive camp, which suits us and probably suits you guys too. So I'll swing the camera around. This is where we've chosen to camp, right at the end of the campground, which obviously limits how much traffic's running in and out past you. And it now is Sunday afternoon, so we've got the whole area to ourselves. And I mean, just have a look at it. It's freaking awesome. And it is cranking hot this afternoon. Wills is in the shade. How's your apple, darling? Good. And Megs is swimming with harps, and it is cranking hot. So yeah, really pumped with this camp. We've had a freaking ball, and I'm gonna go and catch a heap of baby bream this afternoon. They're thick, and there's some action. We got ourselves a yabby pump at Manning Point when we went to get lunch. And yeah, like if you're looking for somewhere to camp on the beach on the east coast of Australia, Farquhar Park, it's up there. Really pumped with this camp. Enjoyed every second of it.
Definitely not.
We didn't video the whole pack up because there's a few tense moments. When you swag, well, there was. Not too bad actually, but when you're swagging, it's a bit of work packing up, but it was so worth it. And the kids said we'd come back again. Hey girls, hey, it was pretty good. But yeah, we're just putting the boat back on. Definitely a worthy addition is having a good water set up in your ute or your camper, especially now we've got a boat. Like we never had this water for the boat, but being able to hose the salt and sand off it. And we'll just let it hang there for a minute while we have a swim, dry off, winch it up. It just limits how much salt and sand's going on your car. Yeah, so bloody handy and a successful weekend all in all. We'll show our trip out of here. We're going to cruise up the beach and it will be on high tide. And the exit of the beach access is really quite steep and really soft, but we're down to really low pressures, and we are actually down at low pressures before we get bogged today, unlike most of our 4-month trip. And we'll just demonstrate how easy it can be on really soft sand. You don't necessarily have to wait for low tide all the time. Do have to make sure that at high tide you don't lose all the beach, so there's never a danger if you do get stuck. But you can cruise down the beach at high tide in the soft sand quite comfortably without putting heaps of pressure on your vehicle. And we'll just idle off in first gear low off the beach. If I get bogged, I get bogged. It's an experiment, but I think it'll work. And you know, for a long time there, I was a bit apprehensive about going on the beach on my own at high tide if there was no hard sand. It takes a lot of years of experience and trial and error to realise that it is quite easy to do. So we'll have a swim, we'll finish packing, and then we'll start the journey home. So for anyone wanting to come down to Farquhar Park, at the moment we're about a 1.5 metre high tide. Looking, you know, the week before, the week after, this is about the highest tide that there has been. And I'd hazard a guess that they probably don't get that much bigger. You get your storm surges and whatnot, but we're going to attempt to get all the way down the beach at pretty well, we're just below high tide. And I think it'll be fine, really low tide pressures. And we'll be the guinea pigs for you guys. So if you want to come down here, you can come down at any time of the tide, hopefully. We'll have a look. Didn't work.
We're bogged again. Oh, and we stalled it. Nailed it.
It always happens when there's people around. Bit more poke. Thank you so much for watching. So you can't just idle off in low range. We've tested that, but it really honestly didn't take much to get off the beach. That's the point I'm trying to make. Don't be scared of a bit of soft sand. Just get your tyre pressures right. And 15 is not always the golden rule. Go a bit lower if you need to. Just take it slow so you don't roll a tyre off the bead. And yeah, not too bad. It's only because there was someone watching, I swear to God. All good. Now, cleaned everything up. It's a bit of an effort, but it was so worth it. Look, we've been to Moreton Island twice, and I'm going to say Farquhar Park is probably a better camping experience as far as camping right on the water.
It's a bit cool.
It is. Moreton Island's more of an adventure, but as far as camping right on the water is concerned, and the accessibility of it,
yeah.
And it was only $25 a night.
Yeah,
it's a bloody good spot.
It was so nice, and it was actually awesome just to get back to basics for the weekend.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Live, camp really simply, and just enjoy the moment. It was seriously one of those weekends I think we'll remember for a long time.
We will. The kids were out pumping yabbies last night until 8 o'clock. You just don't do that at home.
Especially on a school night.
That's right. And you can't do that in a lot of other places. I can't name any camps. I can't name any camps off the top of my head, especially on the east coast of Australia. I mean, Western Australia was pretty special, but you know, like, yeah.
We were literally camping right on the river's edge, so
yep.
To be able to find more camps like that would be awesome, and that's what we're, trying to do more of.
Yep.
We love just being able to, you can lay in bed and you can literally hear the water, hopefully not lapping on the on the swag, but it was definitely close on high tide. Just, you can't beat that, can you?
No, so put it on your list, guys. It honestly wasn't that busy when we were there. Everyone said it could have been packed because the weather was perfect.
Yep.
I hope this video doesn't make it too busy for everyone, but then I hope everyone watches it and enjoys it. So don't forget, guys, you only live once. Get out there and enjoy it.
I thought I was going to say that then.
Well, you go then.
You only live once, guys. Get out there and enjoy it.
Oh, you did it better.
Yeah, I know.
Cheers.